Good morning and welcome to an episode in this series of Above the Water. This morning we're going to go to a place called Hic Bibi. It's got loads of history, something to do with a Roman road and some holy water and all this sort of stuff, which I'll cover in the description later because, to be honest, I don't really know. But it's a nature reserve near us, loads of things to encourage wildlife, and then there's the Hickbibi River, which is more of a stream really, that runs under the railway, and there's some really sort of beautiful architecture that runs as part of this culvert that you can walk through, some archways that I don't think many people would know that were there, but it's pretty safe as long as you've got some wellies on. You can have a little paddle. So I'm going to take the same sort of kit down, time-lapse, slow-mo, stills, and see what we can do. Last night I put out a nature cam. I found a rabbit trail running across the ice, so hopefully we'll find that, and I'll have picked some stuff up to watch. So let's see how we get on. Right, so I've been at Hic Bibi now for about an hour or so. Sun's come up, but it's a really disappointing sunrise. So what I'm going to do, I've had my drone around a little bit, and I've got 2 time lapses going, which I don't think either are going to be very good. So I'm going to wrap up and walk down to the river, try and take some slow-mo pictures, slow-mo videos, and then try and hopefully light the tunnel up enough that we can have a wander through and show off what it is. So see you in a bit. So the reason why we had quite an underwhelming sunset for the first couple of time lapses is because the sun hadn't even come up, and you can just see it in the background there. It's just coming up now. So I've moved spot. I'm now facing towards sort of Standish direction. I've set up my time lapse here, you can just see, and the sun's coming up. The moon's still out. Can we find it? It's definitely up there. It's just gone behind the cloud, that's why we can't see it. So I've got the radio on. I've got a brew. Feet are freezing. And we'll just see what comes of it. Now down there is where the train line runs through back into sort of Wigan from Preston. And down the bottom of this sort of valley just here is the Hic Bibi River. And there's a culvert that goes underneath the railway line. So what I'm going to do is leave this time lapse going, go and collect this wildlife camera that I've left out last night, and then when I get back, hopefully the sun will come up, we've got a decent time lapse, and then I'll head down and go and video inside these tunnels and see some of the really old architecture, which is beautiful. So, see you in a bit. Right, so I've come back to where the wildlife camera was yesterday, and hopefully we'll have had some footage taken. And it's still there, so it's not been robbed. So let's have a gander. Well, there's certainly been a lot of action on the ice. Looks like a lot of birds. Let's see what we can get. So there's the camera. Let's try and get it. Well, I've got it. It's not been stolen. It's still firing off, so hopefully I've got some footage on it. I can get back now, get back to the time lapse. Hopefully the sun's fully out. We can go down and have a look at the tunnels. Hickbibi nature trail's got to offer us. We've seen some ponds, hopefully we've seen some wildlife. We've had a pretty underwhelming sunrise. Took you down to the tunnel, or the culvert that goes under the railway. Saw a couple of trains go past, that was nice. Using the drone footage, the wildlife cam overnight. A couple of GoPros to do some time lapse. I didn't bother with my stills camera today, I didn't think it'd be worth it. I don't really have the lenses for sort of zooming in onto wildlife and that. But it's been pretty treacherous underfoot because it's been walked this path quite a lot and I've only got wellies on. It's quite slippy, so it's a bit of a nightmare. But if you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. See ya.
On Insta.